Hello everyone. This is Michelle Mickey Jones, and I am coming to you to talk to you about how you let your smartphone work for you. Other than you being your first employee, your technology that you already possess and pay for monthly is your second employee. So what do I mean by that? What we're talking about is being expressional in our writing. And we are talking about how we actually tell our story. So if you're not ready to tell your story in front of a crowd of people, or maybe even just a few select folk that you trust to express yourself with, do it for yourself. Get used to hearing the sound of your own voice. And how do we do that? We use our technology. And because I am actually using my technology right now to be live, I can't show you visually. But on your smartphone, there is a record button. In your camera settings or on your voice recordings, you can actually record your own voice. And you can record yourself telling your story. Simple as that. And what it can do, it can be a learning tool for you. It can be a teaching ground for you. You can check the way that you enunciate words. You can check on the way that you emphasize certain phrases. And you can actually catch little quirks that you normally wouldn't catch in just everyday speech. For instance, a lot of people do lives and you hear them say um. And it's not that they don't know what they're talking about. It's just that the thoughts are coming so rapidly and you don't want to look away like I just did to see what your notes are saying. So you say to try to catch up with your thoughts. Another reason that people use a lot is because they're nervous. Point blank period. They're nervous. And again, it doesn't mean that they don't know what they're talking to you about. It's just that they are nervous. So another thing that you can use your smartphone recording device for is if you're doing video, you can check your lighting. You can get to a point where you see your background settings and your settings on your phone as far as the expansion of your phone, the diameters of your phone is completely different from your laptop. And your camera is located differently as well. So you'll understand that you need to look directly into your camera when you're doing live as opposed to looking into your screen. Okay? Like I just did. And right now I'm looking into my screen so I can see all of me. I can see everything around me. But if I do it correctly and I look into my camera, I am talking directly to you. You'll see me looking at you, talking directly to you. So again, you're using the tools that you have at your disposal. Another thing is that when you use your smartphone, use it in landscape. That way, if you do record your video and you do decide to publicize it in telling your story, you can upload it to social media and it won't come out with those ugly black lines on the side. I don't really want to say ugly, but those distracting black lines on the side. So if you upload it to YouTube or to Instagram, if it's 1 minute or less, or even if you record it and then upload it to Facebook and Twitter, it won't have the black bars along the side of it if you turn your phone sideways and record in landscape. These are just techniques that I've learned along the way that helped me to understand my voice and to get used to my voice and to actually tell my story in a way that I want it to be relayed to you. Because each of us have a story to tell, we tell it in different ways. We tell it with different emotions. So by practicing with your smartphone and utilizing your camera and recording features, again, you can hear how your voice sounds and get used to your voice in your ear. You can see your visual appearance, whether or not you need to put on makeup, whether or not you need to change your lighting, whether or not you need to change the direction of your camera, whether or not you need a bigger camera, what angle you need to have it at, and so forth and so on. So again, your smartphone, make it smart for you. Make it work for you. Take all that smart technology and use it to your benefit. This is all part of being expressional in your writing, because you're presenting yourself and you're making yourself more comfortable with telling your story. You're making yourself more accessible. You're making yourself more open. And you are learning your genre, your technique, your style of how you want to present your story. Not everybody needs to stand behind a microphone. Some people need to be in front of the camera. Some people can do both. But either way, you have to get comfortable in doing whatever you choose to do to tell your story. Because at the end of the day, whether you are reading a few pages from your novel, whether you're reading a poem at open mic session, whether you are reading an introduction to a speaker, or whether you're introducing yourself, you have to be used to the sound of your voice. You have to understand what needs to be said louder, what needs to be said softer, whether or not your tone is too harsh in certain areas, or whether or not it's too calm. This is how we make our smartphones work for us. So don't be afraid. And guess what? If you record it, pre-record it, before you go live, you can erase it if you don't like it. Just like you can hit the delete button when it comes to your lives, you can hit the delete button on your recorded device as well. So, this is Mickey Michelle Jones, and I am owner and creative force behind Michelle's Visual Imaginations. And I'm coming to you today to help you to understand and to utilize the smart tools that you have at your disposal. Have a great day.